Hey, Sarah.
Hey. Hey,
Good to
Tom.
say, fabulous job at our live show
Hey.
this past Friday.
Oh my gosh, fabulous job right back at you. We had so much fun.
Great time.
The comments were popping off so much. It's always, it's fun to do this show, and I really enjoy doing this show recorded because I get to hang out with you, as I was saying, off camera. Yeah, we like each other off microphone too.
I know, you would think, don't believe what you read in the tabloids. This works on and off pod.
On and off pod. On pod mainly, though.
Mainly.
But yeah, it's just like nice hanging out with you on pod, but like it's also so nice when we do these live shows and we get to like interact with people like while it's happening, which is like such a fun and exciting new element to add.
Real fun, yeah. And the listeners who are watching the show, they add a lot of flavor. They add a lot of flavor to the live shows. They are the seasoning on the chicken and mashed potato dinner that is Craig's Essential Crisis.
How is the chicken prepared? I'd like to just
drumstick.
Okay.
Oven
is it
roasted.
Oven baked? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, that's enough. I guess that's enough of a texture differential to make a good dinner. I'm also not like a chicken fan, so you're not really enticing me here unless it's Raising Cane's, which
I still gotta try.
Yeah, well, guess what? The only one in the entire state of Oregon is in a mall, and that mall has been closed since Corona started. So that's where I'm at. I'm losing it. If I could have Raising Cane's, I feel like I would be less miserable.
I mean, is there nowhere you can go to get close?
No. I'm going to tell you right now, there's nobody, and not to say that Raising Cane's is the best chicken in the world, because I don't like chicken, so I would never call myself a chicken expert, and I'm sure there's better chicken in the world. But when you're hankering for Raising Cane's, I think the thing is that there's no other chicken that's like Raising Cane's.
I see. I gotcha. It's that kind of fast food establishment that is so singular in what it is that you can't achieve satisfaction by getting the next closest chicken restaurant.
Exactly. It's chicken fingers, too, which I feel is like a rare chicken subset. I feel like most places, they'll do a tender or a breast
or a nugget.
Leg. It's hard. You don't see a lot of chickens with fingers.
That's true.
But no bumps.
And that's the kind of quality content you could expect on today's Existential Crisis. Well, yeah, it was a fun show, and I hope we can satisfy that Raising Cane's itch soon. How you doing otherwise? Where you at?
I'm doing all right. I've been alone in my apartment. My roommate is currently out of the apartment. Not because we fought or anything, but she's just out of the apartment. She's been out of the apartment for the past 10 days. So I've been alone in this apartment for 10 days. And it's been fine. I think that I was doing great until about like Friday night, Saturday morning, and then I lost all will to live. But I'm doing okay. I'm like crawling back out of it. I started watching, I think like a big comfort thing of mine is like watching animated shows. So I started Cowboy Bebop. You're not an anime person, are you?
I am not, but I feel like people assume I should be and are constantly trying to get me to be.
It's kind of an insult, but yeah, I'm sorry. You seem like an
anime person.
They say. Yeah, you seem like an anime guy. I'm sorry to tell you this.
You know what? I don't take offense to that because I think there is a sect of anime fans that is just black nerds, and that's like a whole different thing. Like
that
Michael B. Jordan fits into that category, so I am proud to be in that category.
Okay, fair enough. That is fair. That's fair. But yeah, I just started Cowboy Bebop, so I've been watching that. It's very comforting. Nice. I think probably because like one of the first shows I like obsessed over as a child was a show called Tenchi Muyo, and I used to print out pictures and put them in a binder of that show. I used to just collect photos.
Just
so
pictures
I think it's like,
of the show?
Yeah, just like well, because like I think people would make fan art of it and stuff, and I would like print it out on printer paper, punch it with a 3-hole puncher, and then put it in a 3-hole binder. And it was a comfort thing. So I think that I'm regressing to my childhood, and I'm starting a new animated show. Really enjoying it. Music's mwah.
That's one I always have heard good things about and want to get into. And it's kind of a space western, right?
It is. It's a space. It's a space jazz. It's not a space opera. It's a space jazz.
Wow.
Amazing. It's like I think it has been argued that Cowboy Bebop kickstarted the modern like anime genre. Like this like defined this generation of anime television. It's really good. You should watch it. I am enjoying the fuck out of it. Obviously, it's anime, so there are things in it you gotta take with a grain of salt. There's a lot of gratuitous butt shots of the only grown woman in the cast, like a lot. But it's just something you take with the art form. It's fine.
It's, like 90s television. Like there's a lot we put up with. Okay, yeah. I mean, I did. Hi, Mish. Mish, go checking in. The Craigslist dog. I did start Cowboy Bebop one night when I was like feeling like I should do this. It's been recommended to me, and I think 15 minutes later, I to be honest, I was a little stony, and I was just like, I want something I know. Like I didn't want to start something new. I changed my mind. So I will give it a fair shake.
Please.
Soon. Maybe I'll catch up.
You should. I'm really enjoying it. I also feel like you like almost in the opposite way. People would not maybe necessarily assume that I like anime, but I have a lot of deep undercover nerd tendencies, which leads me to not being like outward friends with a lot of people who have those same things. I have no one to talk to about Cowboy Bebop, so I think you should watch it, and then we can talk about it.
Okay. Yeah. Sure. You know what? It feels like a good time. Feels like a good time to get it.
It's good. First season's on Hulu. You can pick between your dubs and your subs.
What are you a fan of?
Well, most of the time I like subs, but for Cowboy Bebop I am doing dubs, and it's been fine. Okay. It hasn't been terrible. It's been fine.
I feel like the dubs provide some nice comedic content, like all around, just because they're never perfect, and so. But I understand the people who really like. I feel like if you respect the material, you obviously choose subs.
Yeah. If it's serious, if it's like a serious show and you're in it for the seriousness, like
right.
You gotta do subs. But this show has humor. Like it's supposed to be funny a lot of the time. So
Jazz often's pretty humorous.
Jazz is pretty hilarious. I'm telling you, the music fucking slaps. I did not expect to enjoy the soundtrack as much as I did, but I've been fucking jamming.
Okay. You sold me. I'll watch it. Hey, you know another black nerd? John Boyega.
Those are two.
Make
it 3, baby. Watch some Cowboy Bebop. Make it 3.
All right, that sounds fair. I will ascend to my destiny.
You're the
join
chosen
the
one.
Triforce. It's Michael B. Jordan, John Boyega, and me.
What a power trio. Honestly, good power trio.
Not bad. You want to start the show?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
You caught my eye in the grocery line, and I fancied myself a man worth your time, and I couldn't help thinking I wish you were mine, a man-seeking woman whose total is 589. I don't do this often. I'm not like the guys, which is why I find myself in a sort of crazy existential crisis.
Podcast for listeners, send me to the moon. It's time for another Craig's Essential Crisis, the show where we take the misconnection section into new directions. I'm Talon Bigelow.
I'm Sarah Thompson.
Welcome. You found it. You did it. You found a podcast. It's hidden 10 minutes deep.
10 minutes deep and the podcast starts. Don't worry, we won't talk about anime anymore. Maybe.
Yeah, well.
Keep you on your toes. Gotta keep the people on their toes.
I mean, if we both get really into Cowboy Bebop, how are we going to stop talking about anime?
We're going to make a podcast about it. We're going to make a separate anime podcast.
Gosh. Wow.
You've been hoping for that side project. I know. I know you're looking for it.
It's never what I expected.
Should I go ahead and start with one of your misconnections?
Yeah, please start with one of my misconnections that I have cherry-picked from the misconnection section, especially for you to cold read for the first time on this pod right now.
Thank you for fitting the entire intro into 4 seconds since I jumped the gun.
You're welcome.
All right. You were carrying a ceramic plant pot. I was biking down Lincoln, and you were biking with a plant pot in one hand. I was looking at you because you were studly with kissable lips, and you said hi at me, and I said hi. I'll Twitter-pated, and then I just kept going because I haven't played a dick game with anyone else in a long time. Outside my LTR. And suddenly I wanted to with you. Spring has sprung, baby!
Good read.
Boy, to feel 1 ounce of the serotonin this person is feeling while they wrote this, I would kill for it.
What was this word they invented down in the middle? Will you read it again?
Twitter-pated?
Titter-pated.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I mean, I don't know that either one is a word.
Twitter-pated it's in Bambi. The first time I heard it was in Bambi, and it's a real word.
Whoa. Is it like a real word, or is it like a Disney-ism
No.
that is a word you can find in a dictionary?
No, it's no chitty chitty bang bang. It's a real word.
Titter-pated.
Twitter-pated.
Twitter-pated.
But they misspelled it titter-pated, which is not a word, and I accidentally ad hoc fixed it.
Or are they making like a pun?
A tit joke?
Yeah, like making a tit joke?
Their nipples are hard, and they were like, how do I say that but more fun?
Yeah. Okay. Well, see, this makes more sense to me because I was thinking it was some sort of combination of tits and constipated, and I couldn't figure out what that meant.
Oh, I don't like that.
So
It's not good.
So that is better. What you're saying is better. I'm sorry for interrupting the podcast.
No. Yeah, don't you dare talk about the misconnection we just read. Do you know what outside my LTR is?
Outside my long
My leader?
time my long time ride, my lifetime.
Long time ride is probably that's what I'm gonna call my partner if I ever have a life like a partner and I have a wedding. I'm gonna be like, to you, my long time ride.
I don't know what else it could be though. Like my litter. Like, is it just a shortening of the word litter? Like
You shouldn't.
You shouldn't.
Don't
You
look
shouldn't.
for romance within your own litter.
Don't do that.
That's not good. We don't like
You gotta
that.
go outside the litter.
You gotta go outside because spring has sprung, baby.
Spring has sprung. No, it hasn't though. It's very much February.
hasn't. No, they're wrong. It's damp and it's sad outside.
There's so much in this. I mean, I really also love I haven't played a dick game with anyone in a long time is a great way of gamifying sexual intercourse. Is I think
A
what
dick
we're doing.
game.
Yeah. Now, if sex is something that makes you uncomfortable, but you like video games, just think of sex as a flesh-based video game.
Yeah, that is terrible. I hate the word flesh-based video game. If you don't like sex, also consider you don't have to have sex.
That is also true. And my scenario is you like it, but you're just a little unsure about it. Like, you like doing it, but you just wish you didn't have to think about it so darn much.
You wish there were more side quests.
You wish there were more points and power-ups and pay-to-play aspects.
You wish
and
there was
ads.
like a little coin sound every time something entered something else.
Yeah, you wish you could level up, like after you finish and you get a little stat readout that shows you how you improved.
You wish everyone looked like Waluigi.
Who doesn't? Don't we all?
You more of a Bowser or a Waluigi, if you know what I mean.
Waluigi in the streets, Bowser in the sheets.
Oh, that's an interesting combination. Play a dick game with that.
Play dick games, win dick prizes. I mean, this one really has so much going on for it. It's actually situated kind of like in my area, which is like, it makes me want to look out for someone who might be biking with a potted plant and big old kissable lips and see if I can see them.
Big old kissable lips.
Big old studly kissable lips.
Studly. Yeah, I came across Studly, and that's a great word I don't think we use enough.
Yeah, I like this one a lot. It's just, I don't know.
It's good. It's good.
It's good.
It's very enthusiastic. It's very earnest. There's not a lot of jadedness to it. Like, this person is really being vulnerable. Like, they're laying it all out there. Like, this is a good misconnection. Like, this one has good feelings to it.
It does. They know this is ultimately a little silly, and they're having fun with it. And
Just playing
You
dick
know.
games.
Just playing dick games and getting me all titterpated.
Let's keep the good vibes going because
Let's do it.
I have one that's all it's different type of good vibes, like still very earnest.
Okay.
This was actually sent to us by a dear friend and fellow Misconnection aficionado, misconnections_PDX on Instagram. We lurk on each other. I'd like to think we're Instagram friends.
Yeah.
I feel
mean,
that way.
absolutely.
We're mutuals for sure. But yeah, they sent us this, and I'll go ahead and let you read it.
Okay. Here
It's
we go.
2 parts. Also, it's 2 photos in a row.
Gotcha.
Just so you
Thank
know.
you.
Cool.
Little peek behind the curtain there. Lily, PDX. I'm actually writing this as a way of coping with feelings of loss. It seems safer than actually reaching out. You were my first love. You were my first queer relationship and the one I can't seem to shake. You pop in and out of my life. Sometimes I wonder if you want to hurt me because I don't understand why you would come so close then disappear. Maybe you're afraid. Maybe you realize you didn't love me. Maybe you loved that I was familiar. We tried to be friends, but I guess that wasn't an option. How do you reach out to me after months of vanishing? How do you make me believe that what you're saying is true? Then all of a sudden you stop replying to me. Sometimes I want myself to send you a message asking you to stomp on my heart. I'd feel more at ease knowing you don't want to be me than wondering why you disappeared on me. You said you thought we had something special. You've been on and off over 4 years now. I strongly doubt you will ever see this. I don't think people our age use much Craigslist. I think that's why it's safe that I post here. It's cathartic. I'm putting this out there into the world. Maybe someone will read it. Maybe someone can relate. We're worthy of kindness and respect, even if we have to go to lengths of writing our feelings on Craigslist so that we don't say them for real. Lily, the problem is that I'd let you break my heart all over again. I miss you. Kay.
Tell me if there's been any more of a last romantic line than the problem is that I'd let you break my heart all over again. Oh my God.
It's, this is deep.
It's completely earnest, possibly in a different way than the first one we read. But I feel like it's very much in the same tenor of like, this is somebody being vulnerable out on the internet because they think nobody's going to read it, but joke's on them. People like us are obsessed with Misconnections because it gives us insight into people's lives like this, and we get to be creepy little voyeurs.
It is pretty fascinating I never went through much of I know Post Secret was like a big thing back in the day, right? Is that what it's called?
Pop Secret, yes.
Oh, I'm thinking of the cereal. No, Post Secret cereals there.
Yeah.
Okay, Pop Secret. Yeah. Were you big on that back in the?
I was
the
not.
time?
I didn't do any of that internet stuff. I don't know why. I just was like, maybe I was afraid what people would say. I think I'm also thinking of those things that you could put a box on your MySpace and people could submit things anonymously to you, and 98% of the time it was like, go kill yourself.
Oh no, yeah, I got called a home wrecker. I'm pretty sure I've told that story before, but no, not that. So Pop Secret, I think. Is that what it was called?
No,
Was
Pop Secret is the name of a popcorn. I was fucking with you.
I don't know what it is. Pop Secret is a delicious snack, though, and I think we should talk about it for 5 minutes. But the website, Post Secret, I think.
Post Secret, I think you're right, yeah.
It was people, I don't know, it was literally people's secrets. I think they'd literally be written on postcards, and people would.
Makes more sense that it's Post Secret.
That makes more sense now that I think about it. Yeah. So I think it's just the same vibe of really people just kind of not writing to be seen, just writing to say what they can't. And wow. Yeah. It's very tender.
It's so tender and romantic, and I think that when I first got this, I was when our friend, misconnections_PDX messaged us to us, at first I was like, oh, this is so sweet. I think I want to read this on air so that, maybe somebody will hear it and find each other. But I don't know that I want Lily to find Kay. It doesn't feel like it's good for them.
Yeah.
I think obviously it's probably there's a special place in that person. Obviously there's a special place in Kay's heart for Lily, but what you want always isn't always good for you.
No, absolutely not. I mean, I love my sweets, but if I eat nothing but ice cream for 30 days, I'll probably feel pretty bad.
And if ice cream keeps breaking your heart over and over again, maybe you should leave it in the freezer to meet someone else.
Keep reopening that container of ice cream and getting sick off it, and then deciding not to have ice cream again ever again, and then I have it again, and then I do the same thing on and off for years. Maybe I should just not have ice cream. But on the other hand, that ice cream is really fucking good.
It's really good.
When it's good, when it hits the spot, that first bite, honestly, is just don't even put it in a bowl. You just scoop it out the top. The problem is when I get to the end of the tub. That's really...
I feel like you're not using this as a metaphor anymore. I feel like we just
what
go
are we talking
straight
about?
into ice cream lore.
You listeners, you decide.
I do, I think it's sweet. I think it's beautifully written. I think if they did find each other through Craigslist, that would be really cute. But I also am like, Kay, be sweeter to yourself. Write a little love letter to yourself. Yeah. So obviously you got the gift. You turn it inwards, baby.
I definitely have a gift. I don't know if it's the gift, but a gift.
Damn, fucking roast. Okay, well, thank you so much for sending that in. Hey, you could do that too. Person listening to this right now, you could always email us or send us a message on Instagram, and we could read it on air.
Yeah, that's true. We I know we make it seem real complicated, like you have to email us. You don't, and Just Instagram us. We should open up a phone line where people can just shout into it and just read the thing they're seeing on their screen.
I never want to talk to anyone on the phone ever again. That's my fight with that.
That's fair.
All right, so I've got another one to cold read from you here.
Okie dokie.
Right. George, the former bookseller at the Half Price Books. Before COVID-19 shut down all bookstores, I met you a few times and we briefly chatted. You might have seen me in uniforms once, as I always shopped after work. In late January, I stopped by and found you left. Your colleague might have texted you about my visit. Perhaps he did not. You, Caucasian male, late 20s, early 30s. Me, Asian female, wears black-framed glasses in her 30s and works for a fairly unique furniture retail company. Just wanted to say that you look super cute, and working with books is one of my dreams. It would be great to know you more and see you again. Tell me your hair color and store location so I know it is you.
This is an earnest little episode.
This is an earnest little episode. This is not like usually our wheelhouse, but don't worry, we've got some fucked up ones later, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, don't worry, we'll fix it.
Yeah, this one, I don't know what a fairly unique furniture retail company entails. Are they talking like Ashley Home Furniture? Is that a fairly unique?
I thought like IKEA?
Yeah. I know, we're like don't ask the two fucking, what are we, Gen millennials? We're millennials, right?
Yeah, Gen millennials.
Genitals.
Genitals.
We're genitals.
Okay.
Don't ask us what a fancy furniture store is. If you think I'll ever be able to not buy a couch off Craigslist, you're wrong.
Yeah, I mean, fancy is like Target.
Yeah, fancy is literally buying furniture new.
Yeah.
Can't imagine. Can't relate.
I mean, to be fair, they didn't say fancy. They said unique. Could be shit. Could be shitty
it's
furniture.
Uniquely bad furniture.
It's all like homemade by a person who has just decided to start making furniture in quarantine, and it shows.
They don't even have a gift, much less the gift. They have no gift for furniture.
They have a receipt.
That was a terrible joke. Yeah, I would say that, like, I don't know about you, but I think people who sell books are pretty romantic. Like, that is... Yeah. I think it gives you, like, a +1 of hotness.
So, like, Belle from Beauty and the Beast.
She doesn't sell books. She just reads them.
Okay, but, like, she's the only person in the town who knows what, like, a book is. Like...
That's hot.
Okay, fine. Let me ask the right question. The guy selling the books in Beauty and the Beast, would you bang them?
I don't remember what they look like.
Does it matter?
So yes.
Okay.
And I didn't say it makes you irrevocably sexy. I just said it
just
gives you like
romantic.
whatever your baseline is, it gives you a bump up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The book goggles. It's bookstore goggles.
It's +3 romance for sure. Mm-hmm. I would agree. I think people who, unless you're really into fucking, I can't even think of a single word. I need to read more books.
Yeah, are you okay? What were you trying to look for a genre? Fiction,
No,
nonfiction,
no,
memoir,
that's not
fantasy. What's going on?
it. Yeah, fancy books.
I had no idea where that sentence was going, or else I would have helped you out. But
I was trying to think work books, like the books that you do homework from. Like textbook is the word I was looking for. I cannot think of textbook. Mm-hmm. Boy, which is just a what do you call it? Well, just a perfect example of. Anyway, that was a joke. You'll get that one on the way home, all you listeners.
Yeah, try to work that one out on your own. 'Cause we're not
It's a
gonna
way
help you
homer.
with it.
This misconnection is, I feel like it's rarer to see female writing for male and have it also be as sincere and like, I don't know, like
You're saying women are heartless wenches, and we only write the ones where like I want to play a dick game with you.
No, that's not what I'm saying. But, I mean, you've seen the data. Am I wrong? I feel like this is kind of a rare set of...
I
words.
suppose I would agree with that. I suppose I would, if forced. I would say that it's more often... self-identifying male people who corner people at work.
Yeah, that's
So
probably a big slice of the pie.
I would say that yes, that is true. That it is unique in that a workplace romance between a customer and a worker is usually like the roles are reversed, like it's a male customer.
Mm-hmm. And
often
this communication is also being initiated by the woman who is also the customer. Like, I don't know. There's definitely some variables here. I don't think we've seen this very often. And I was
You're trying
taken aback
so
by
hard. You're trying so hard not to give me anything to attack you about. I love it. I love you're on pins and needles.
I've learned.
Your little tiny tiptoes. Mm-hmm. Your toes hurt from tipping toeing.
I hope these two smart people get together.
At IKEA.
At IKEA. Which showroom would you most like to have a romantic encounter with someone at IKEA?
Svelga.
Oh. Saucy.
Thank you.
Should I read one of yours?
Yeah, you should probably do that.
Before this gets into some weird fanfic territory involving IKEA.
Oh no.
Oh no! No one write any fanfic. My graffiti girl. Saw you leave by... Oh my gosh, I'm adding so many words. Saw you by the theater with spray cans about a week ago as I was leaving the movies and wanted to talk to you, but you seemed like you were in a rush. Don't know if you're from around here, but I'd love to meet you. Hit me back if you see this.
This person was running from the scene of a crime.
Ooh.
And this person had the gall to be like, but wait. This could get somebody convicted. Be careful when you're admitting to seeing people committing crimes.
Yeah, it's probably not the best way to... Is this a cop? Do we think that a cop write this? Like,
That's such a good angle. Colin, you literally just blew my mind.
Yeah, this is a trap.
God.
This
That's
is
so
a
smart.
trap. Like, hey, hot girl with nose ring outside Plaid Pantry. I saw you puffing on a doobie outside Plaid, or as we cool kids call it, Platy Peas. And I thought, yeah, we could do that together sometime. I'm very hot and attractive, and I am male. Unless you're into other thing, then I am that. Whatever you're into, I am. Please write back and also include where you live so I can come arrest you.
that sounds exactly like this misconnection.
I think move on. I'm done.
Okay.
Nope.
That's a great point. It was probably a cop.
I mean, it might not be, but if it was, I mean, not so clever. Got ya. But if it wasn't, then we're very sorry for accusing you of being a
Yeah,
cop.
well, nobody ever said you had to be smart to be a cop. Am I right?
Hey, that's true. That's true. They literally don't say that anywhere. So, if do we think they did graffiti in where was it?
Are you okay?
I just want to know where the graffiti is.
I think it's outside the movie theater. I don't think you need to worry about graffiti
They
inside.
didn't do it on the screen, right? They didn't do it on the movie screen.
Not in my sanctuary.
It would be pretty
Not
funny
my
if they.
safe space, says Talon, who loves movies.
I miss a movie theater. Oh man. It'd be pretty funny if they graffitied a mustache on the screen though, so that when you're watching the
And then
movie,
it went lined up.
everyone drinks.
Okay, that's a great drinking game.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like I didn't invent that. I feel like I might have read that somewhere and it just like sunk into my lizard brain and then resurfaced for this conversation.
I'm sure I've heard of it somewhere, and it sounds like something we should do. It sounds great.
Sounds like something we should do.
like-
Yeah, that is a great idea. I don't think they were graffitiing inside of the movie theater. I think it's hilarious that somebody was like, I've just graffitied. I need to get the fuck out of here. And another person saw them and was like, that's a hottie.
Yeah. I mean, I think I saw a woman leaving a bank with big sacks of, I don't know, something. Had a dollar sign printed on the bag. And she was wearing a mask, and she was looking pretty hot. And I wish I had said something, and I didn't.
Well,
and I
just
should have
write-
turned to misconnections.
Yeah, just write a misconnection that says to the lady with the big sacks.
To the lady with the big sacks
The big bulging sacks.
I feel like
The
you're trying to make this
huge,
sound
Big
in
old
a way.
sacks. I don't know what you're talking about.
You're trying to make this sound a little bit like pervy or something.
No, I'm just trying to
And
give some
Sarah?
descriptors so that you
Sarah?
can find the person you want.
Sorry, I'm gonna get real close to the mic.
Okay.
I think we need to run a clean ship here. I think we need to try it. Not go so blue all the time.
You don't think we need to no poop decks?
Well, if we're talking about a boat, I think that's fine.
No poop
but if
decks
we're
on this ship.
okay, let's see, that's fine. But I feel like you're trying to kind of bend the rules a little bit.
I'm just
what
talking
I mean?
about a lady with big old sacks.
Okay, but we need to. Could we specify that?
She's got
sacks
big
of
old
what?
sacks.
Or
Sacks
of
of
what?
I don't know. You said you didn't know what was in them.
No, well, I did
You just
say
said
that,
they
but
were
I think,
big bulging sacks.
I think I'm clearly implying that they're full of money or coins at least.
Oh.
So could we?
I'm just saying that could really narrow down your field, and if you're trying to cast a wide net,
Yeah,
you need to have your options open.
I know. Can we? Why don't we do this? Why don't we just go back to the top of the bit and kind of just
Okay.
maybe we could just step right over it and pretend it didn't happen.
Okay.
Okay, and I think
right,
for the
we'll
rest of the
step
show, let's try and just clean ourselves up a bit.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Cool.
We're stepping back. It's fine.
All right. All right.
So Talon likes ladies with big old titties.
Hey, I should have known.
all
Who
right.
else but Sarah? And that's where I'll insert the Sarah theme song.
Okay. Well, I've got another one from you. If you'd like me to read it.
Yeah, I would very much.
Okay. All right. Good. Well, I can do that for you. Truck in the woods. Women/ladies. Several years ago, we had a thing. Not serious, but a great time. We would meet up right after dark or sometimes later in the night. I would pick you up and go out for an evening cruise in my truck. We would go out to surrounding Redmond, BLM, just outside of town. I miss the old days and I miss the fun times. Just wanted to reach out and see if you were still around. Got a new truck and really want to take you out. I got a couple gripes.
Okay.
One, I'd like to clarify BLM is Bureau of Land Management. I know a lot of disgruntled white supremacists was taking out a lot of anger at the Bureau of Land Management this summer, so I just want to make that clear.
Yeah. Good call.
Not that they should be attacking any BLM. They're all good.
I think for the most part, I think they're fine unless it's like, I don't know, the buoy leak man, and he's just a guy that makes all the buoys in the world leak, so they don't
Buoy.
work. That would be a bad one. You can attack him.
Butthole leak man would be really bad too.
Ooh, what does he do to? Oh God.
No, his butthole leaks. He's not making other people's butthole leaks.
Okay.
We should be clear. Number 2, let me just say this is textbook okay, here's what's disgusting about this one. This is textbook disuse of misconnection section.
Yep.
But the way they're misusing it makes it very clear that they know what it should be used for. Because they wrote this as though it was a misconnection, but it's very clearly not a misconnection. It's a solicitation of sexual endeavors on Bureau of Land Management land.
And know what the worst part is? They're not even trying to cover it up.
But they kind of are. They wrote it enough that if you were like a robot reading this, you would not know that this wasn't actually a misconnection. I think it requires this is the Turing test of misconnections.
This is, wow. I feel like there might be a lot of those. I feel like we should make a point of identifying all future Turing test misconnections in the future.
Quick aside, speaking of Turing tests, we were talking a couple episodes ago about how in other states there's a lot of misconnections that are written that have really salacious titles, and then they look like they're going to be really juicy, and then you go in and it's just an advertisement for a clone website.
Yeah.
So I found one of those, and the misconnection itself wasn't great, but the website address was Poonland, which made me laugh unbelievably hard. So I just had to mention that before we move on.
Thank you for that.
Poonland.
Quick other aside.
Yeah.
Remember how we did that bit about trying to clean up the show, and then we immediately talked about butt leakage?
And Poonland. Yes. Cool. As you can tell, we're very serious. Very clean. Family-friendly show.
Very tight ship.
Please tell me what you thought about this misconnection, because you picked it.
Yeah, I mean, definitely, same vibes. I think if I were going to try and get around this misconnection loophole here, I think address a woman, not all women, would be a good start.
Yeah, that was your first giveaway. Yeah, that was your first. And not every woman's a lady, and they're admitting it.
Well, I mean, I think you can say that. So I didn't. You did. So.
Okay.
But
fair enough.
That definitely was I really wanted to believe this was writing to another person, but that heading definitely makes it feel like they're just casting a wide net. So
snatched the veil right off your eyes right away.
And who's going to respond to this? Who wants to be someone in that net?
This is seriously, it's a literal murder setup.
Yeah.
This person's get into my car where you have no agency. Let me drive you into abandoned woodlands. Literally no part of this is desirous.
Yep. I don't care who exactly you are, as long as you are a woman or a lady, and I would very much like you to have some fun in my truck in the woods.
No, I would not like that.
Yeah. Who is responding to this? Please, no one.
Please don't. It's so unsafe. This one, I feel like this one we do have to put a disclaimer on. We do read these in the hopes that somebody will respond to them. That is one of the fortifying goals of this, is to someday connect people.
Sure.
Don't let this be the one.
Please
don't respond to this one.
Unless it does turn into a happily ever after. And that would be the only caveat. If I would rather no one respond to this. But if I have to hear that someone responded to it, I would like to hear that they got married and had 3 kids. And
there's less than a 1% chance that was what would happen as opposed to a murder. This is literally a murder setup.
The odds are slim.
Would you like to read another one of mine?
You're frozen.
Oh, hey, I'm back.
Hey. What were you saying?
I just said, hey, do you want to read another one of mine? I've got one more and then a final one. So
alrighty, then I will take that.
That was a cool pause, though. I'm glad we did that.
Couple at Baskin Robbins on Saturday, January 30. Hello. I was dominating the cake freezer on Saturday when I noticed you two had come in and were standing behind me, also trying to view the merchandise. Sorry for my rudeness and hogging the thing. You seemed like a really cool couple, though. Any interest in a new guy friend? Oh, man. Why that word?
I'm imagining somebody in all black leathers, just like, cake freezer.
Like you walk into Baskin Robbins with your significant other trying to get a scoop of cookie dough ice cream and see a leather daddy just going to town on the cake freezer.
Sorry, I was dominating the cake freezer.
Hello. Welcome to Baskin Robbins. 36 flavors.
You know, that's what BRSM stands for. Baskin Robbins sadomasochism.
You know what? That's a kink I could probably get behind if it involves ice cream cake.
You were talking about ice cream earlier.
I was really having some thoughts about ice cream.
You were having some thoughts. Yeah, I do. I love that this broke you literally the first sentence in. Dominating the cake freezer. I also love that they were like, you were interested in viewing the merchandise. I don't want to poo-poo on this person's parade because obviously I wasn't there, but I have a feeling they were just like staring at you to be like, can you move away from the cake freezer so I can see it, rather than like, that's a hottie.
Yeah.
Dominating that cake freezer.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever been in a situation where I was like ordering something or in line to order food and thought anything other than I'm moving too slow or something. Like if someone is in line behind me, my only thought is I gotta get the fuck out of this line. Like
these people yelling at me, they must think I'm really sexy.
Yeah.
And they all go, wow, they seem really frustrated in a sexual way.
God,
I didn't have much beyond that. That was all I had on that one.
I also like hogging again with dominating already the word in my mind. Sorry for my rudeness and hogging the thing. Also, kind of tickled me. It was just like I don't know. I'm obviously reading it wrong, but how else can I read it?
They're really trying to assert their dominance over this cake freezer.
Yeah, which is like you don't have to really work that hard to do. It's pretty soft and easy to push around.
You do have to leave them out of the deep freezer for a while, let me tell you. As a person who worked making ice cream cakes for a short while, you gotta leave them out.
That's true. My only experience with walk-in freezers is all milkshake and chocolate related, so what do I know?
Again, ice cream milkshake. You got a single-minded mind tonight, my sir. You need to go get you some ice cream.
I got some strawberry Tillamook ice cream in the freezer.
Ooh, that's a terrible flavor, but
no, it's good. It's like eating a strawberry shake. I love me a strawberry shake. Thank you so much for listening to Craig's Existential Crisis. If you like what you hear, please consider leaving a rating or a review in the Apple Podcast app, which I know I mistakenly called Apple Music on Instagram, and I apologize for it, okay?
So upsetting.
I know, and I'm sorry. But yeah, go ahead and do that. If you leave us a review with 5 out of 5 stars, I will read whatever it says. No limits. And
anything we could get arrested for, maybe not.
What would that hold up if I'm just reading someone else's words?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a lawyer.
I'll go to court. I feel like that would be fun. And something to do. Somewhere else to go. I need to get out of the apartment. So, yeah. I'll go to court over this.
All right.
Yeah, but please do consider leaving us a rating. It really does help this podcast get found and seen by other people. The other more helpful thing you could do is tell one person about it, and then I'll stop bugging you. That's how this works. If you tell one person about us, you never hear me say this again. If you want this, it's like paying for premium. If you tell one person about this podcast, these words, they disappear. And that's not true. And I legally can't promise anything will change. But what if it did? What if you just felt like that? Because the relief you would feel when you hear me say, hey, rate our podcast, and you've already done it, well, that's priceless.
That was great. Thank you. I didn't even have anything to add to that. If you want to follow us on Instagram, go ahead and do that. You can email us at CraigCriPod@gmail.com, CraigCripod. If you want to send us misconnections from your area, or if you want to respond to a misconnection or something, we'll hook you up. Whatever.
Yeah.
We can't promise that. I don't know that we could. But I'm glad that Tellum launched into this outro so that I could not give him shit for liking strawberry ice cream. I think that's it. Thanks so much to Rosie Sherman for recording our theme song. She's a star. Go follow her at Hey Shermy on Instagram. Instagram.com.
It's on
We should end
Instagram.com.
this. I'm melting.
Oof. All right. We got one final dip into the misconnection section for you. I'm going to read it. Thank you, Sarah.
You're welcome.
You left me a rosary at the park. You left me a rosary at the park. I cherish it. That didn't mean for us to become a misconnection. I still love you. I'm Tom Bigelow.
I'm Sarah Townsend.
This has been Craig.
Chris.
Sarah, we do need to have a talk, though, about like some of the words you choose to use.
Titty
on there.
sacks.
No. It's too early for that.
I don't listen to strawberry ice cream eaters. Sorry.
Oh, what do you like? Chocolate?